Good afternoon. I call the Moore County Board of Education work session to order for Monday, January 14th. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
I move the board enter closed session to discuss confidential personnel matters and to consult with the board attorney and preserve the attorney-client privilege pursuant to General Statute 143-318.11A1, A3, A5, and A6.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 6-0. We will be back at 6:30 for our regular session.
No, I think she just said. There was the thing on.
Good evening, and I call to order again the Moore County Board of Education regular business meeting. I'll bring our session back to order. Is there an approval of the agenda?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. I want to welcome all of those that are here today. We have a large group. It's nice to see so many new faces and familiar faces. I would like to recognize Vice Chair Graham from the County Commissioners, who is here visiting us today. And I see we have numerous principals and family members here, so we're excited to get started. First, I would like to we have some visitors from Robbins Elementary. Would you like to introduce your visitors today?
Yes, ma'am, please. Good evening, Board of Education members, Dr. Grimacy. It is my pleasure to introduce Lena Marley, Connor Hurley, and Adriana Sexton to do our pledge and inspiration tonight.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Hello, my name is Lena, and I will be sharing words from Mark Twain. He stated, "Kindness is the language which deaf can hear and blind can see." This quote inspired me because not everyone can see or hear in my school and in others. Kindness is showing care or concern for others, even if people can't hear or see our actions. For people who can't see us, they should be able to hear kindness through our words, like saying you're doing a great job and keep going. For those who can't hear what we say, they should be able to see kindness through our actions. Kind actions look like smiling, hugging, or helping others. To me, kindness is about how you don't see as much bullying and you see more good things happening in the world. And when you spread kindness, you spread love as well. You should not be kind because of a reward. You should be kind because you want to be kind.
Good evening. My name is Adriana. I am a 5th grade student at Robbins Elementary, and I will be reading a quote from the book Wonder by R.J. Palacio. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. This quote is meaningful to me because when people are bragging or being boastful to say they are right, I feel it is better to keep it to yourself and show kindness instead. Bragging can be harmful to others when it is used trying to prove you are right about something. I think kindness should be a trait that stands out in the world. One thing I love about kindness is how it is contagious. You can have an effect on others by showing kindness. If you are kind, they will want to be kind too.
Board members, as the children are preparing to get their picture taken with the chair and vice chair, I would advise you when Connor comes around to shake your hand, be prepared. He has an iron grip.
If the parents can please stand too so we can recognize you. Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you. Good job. Thank you. I love your outfit.
At this time, will everyone join me in a moment of silence, please? Thank you. I have the privilege this evening of going through our recognitions, and the first person I'd like to call is Barbara Colson, please. If you would join, our chair and vice chair, please. Barbara Colson is from Aberdeen Elementary School and is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed Certified Staff Honoree. Ms. Colson has been incredibly essential to the successful work accomplished at Aberdeen School. As the instructional coach, she has provided invaluable support to the students and staff. She brings more than 20 years of teaching experience to the work of coaching on sound instructional practices, working with small groups of students on reading interventions, and providing effective leadership to the school improvement efforts. Ms. Colson's kind, considerate, intelligent, consistent, and on approach puts her in high demand as evidenced by a coaching calendar that is rarely vacant. She is a teacher of teachers and a coach of coaches and invests in the betterment of the profession through her service to Aberdeen Elementary and to Moore County Schools. Aberdeen is extremely fortunate to have her on their team. Congratulations to Ms. Colson. If there are members of her family, if you would stand, as well as her support team at Aberdeen. Everyone, please stand. Congratulations. If Tammy Garner would join us, please. Tammy from Garner from Sandhills Farm Life is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed Support Staff Honoree. Ms. Garner has served Sandhills Farm Life faithfully for 28 years as their data manager. Her many responsibilities include answering the phones, enrolling the students, and tallying and inputting data for military-connected families. She can also be found taking students' temperatures, putting on Band-Aids, holding their hands, talking to them, providing goodwill and hospitality for the school. Ms. Garner always greets everyone with a smile and is willing to do anything that she's asked to do. Sandhills Farm Life is extremely happy that she continues to be a member of the Team Trojan. We congratulate Ms. Garner this evening. If members of her family would stand along with her as we congratulate her, as well as Principal McNeil and others from the Sandhills Farm Life family. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. If Diana Hampson would come to the front, please. Diana Hampson from Southern Pines Primary is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed Volunteer Honoree. Ms. Hampson has been a volunteer at Southern Pines Primary School for the last 4 years. She served in many capacities within the PTA, to include the PTA president. Ms. Hampson has worked tirelessly to organize and manage fundraising events such as Fall Fest and the annual Fun Run. Thanks to these fundraising efforts, the PTA was able to provide a beautiful sunshade on the playground, as well as providing a teacher grant so that they could better meet the needs of their school students. She has represented Southern Pines Primary on the district's Military Family Council and has been an advocate for the school and the surrounding community. Southern Pines Primary is very grateful for her steadfast dedication to the school community. Congratulations to Ms. Hampson. If members of her family is here this evening, along with Principal Wagner, and will you stand and be recognized, please?
We're huggers.
Thanks again. Devin Armstrong, if you will come up front, please. Devin Armstrong, a junior from Pinecrest High School, is this month's Engage, Inspire, Succeed Student Honoree. Devin is an excellent student leader. Along with playing offensive lineman for the Pinecrest High School football team, he volunteers his time with the Patriot Cafe, helping to prepare and deliver breakfast. And he probably eats a little bit of that too. He also tutors students in exceptional children's classes, and Devin possesses the qualities that make all leaders stand out from the crowd. He is first and foremost very intelligent and capable. He is also very respectful of everyone around him, confident and forward-thinking. That's you, Devin. He is well-spoken, and he follows through with whatever he says he's going to do. Devin is always smiling, and whenever you see him, he has the ability to brighten your day. He is a shining star who has a very positive impact on others around him. We congratulate Devin this evening. If members of his family would stand and be recognized, along with Principal Phillips and others from the Pinecrest team.
We'll get you one more year.
Tanner Spear, Brooklyn Kuhn, Brianna Diaz, Kendall Snyder. If you would come to the front, please. Pinecrest High School seniors Tanner, Brooklyn, Brianna, along with junior Kendall, are members of Pinecrest High School FFA Vet Science Team. In November, Pinecrest High School FFA Vet Science Team placed first among 51 high schools at the North Carolina FFA Association Career Development event. The team was judged on muzzling a cat, administering medication, and a multiple choice general knowledge test. They are now qualified, listen to this, they are now qualified for nationals in Indianapolis in October. We sure hope they win. Each of the students is currently in the veterinarian assisting course and are completing internship hours to earn their certified veterinarian assistant level 1 credentials. Pinecrest High School and all of us are very proud of these students and their efforts on the FFA Vet Science team. Let's congratulate them. And if their families would stand, if all family members would stand, along with Principal Phillips and the Pinecrest High School team. Staff.
I think we need to ask what kind of cat it was. Was it a big one?
It was a stuffed one.
Makes me feel a little better. That makes me feel a little better. Congratulations. Congratulations, hon. Congratulations. That makes sense.
Absolutely, absolutely. If Matt Quinn would join us up front, please. Matt Quinn is the football coach at Union Pines High School. The Union Pines family is very proud of Coach Quinn for his recognition from the Carolina Panthers organization as a Coach of the Week recipient. He is one of 11 to be recognized from North and South Carolina. Coach Quinn helped to lead the Vikings in what would be considered a rebuilding year to a third-place finish in a very competitive Tri-County 3A conference. Most importantly, Matt is helping the football players to be winners off the gridiron. The players have participated in Relay for Life, hosted a charity canned food drive, and volunteered for Friend to Friend. Coach Quinn is helping these young men to be more productive citizens in school as well as the community. Union Pines is very glad and appreciative of Matt being a part of the Viking family as well as their community. Let's congratulate Matt. If family members, Andy would stand. Thank you so much. And remember football, not basketball. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks. Good. Great job.
Go, Coach. Thanks for what you're doing for my kids.
Thanks one more time. If Chris Metzger, is he in the room? Come on down. Chris Metzger is the football coach at Pinecrest High School. The 2018 Pinecrest football program experienced an unprecedented year. What stands out is the sheer unpredictability of just everything, to include the energy within the community. At the core, though, stands a coach whose blueprint is belief and commitment to more than just football. Coach Mesker has always focused on mentoring students and his young adults to be champions in life. He, in return, his years of consistent development took Pinecrest football to a new level in 2018 with a historic Final Four appearance at the worthy title of North Carolina 4AA Eastern Regional runner-up. At the same time, an inspired community who has bought into his blueprint came together to rally behind the U.S. Cellular 2018 Most Valuable Coach Award. Over the past 12 years, Chris has become the most winning coach in Pinecrest football history. Chris is a testament to servant leadership, a champion in life, and we all applaud his earnest dedication to the students of Pinecrest High School and to our Moore County School District, as well as our community. Congratulations to Chris. If any members of his family, if you would stand, along with his Pinecrest.
Thank you for inspiring me.
One more round of applause. If Mariah Morris would join our chair and vice chair, please. Mariah Morris is a second grade teacher at West Pine Elementary School. Ms. Morris was selected over nominees from 11 other school districts to become the 2019-2020 Sandhill South Central Regional Teacher of the Year. Let me read that again. I don't know if you got it. She was a nominee from 11 other school districts, 2019-2020 Sandhill South Central Regional Teacher of the Year. She is now among 9 teachers from across the state who will compete for North Carolina Teacher of the Year that will be decided this April, and we're all rooting for her. Miss Morris goes above, beyond, over, sideways, every kind of way to organize the summer reading program and bring local professionals to the school to talk to students about their careers. She is adored by her students as well as her coworkers. Everything that Miss Morris does and everything she plans is so that kids get everything they need to succeed. She genuinely loves them, and West Pine Elementary School and Moore County School District, we're just very proud of everything that she has accomplished and her being a part of us. Let's give her a round of applause. If any family are here this evening, as well as the West Pine family. As you can see and hear from all of our one more round of applause. As you have heard and seen, we just have some awesome people on every level within Moore County School System. And all of them just need another round of applause.
I just want to say before you take over, Dr. Grimacy, what a great way to start the year. Yeah. Okay, it's all yours.
Now we're going to talk about you all. Madam Chairman, members of the board, just in case you had not noticed, January is school board appreciation month, and it's time when everyone associated with Moore County Schools takes the opportunity to recognize the countless contributions of our locally elected servant leaders who do so much to advance public education across the nation and in Moore County schools in particular. It should be recognized that you shoulder enormous responsibilities. You are elected to establish policies that provide framework for our schools. You provide vision and leadership in your roles as advocates, and you stand up for our students and for the immeasurable benefits that public education affords them. Speaking of benefits and looking at this past year, 2018, we remember your establishment of a new vision and strategic plan, which we'll see embodied in our new logo this evening. A successful 3-year effort to eliminate the school district's dependence on the rapidly depleting fund balance with minimal impact on the organization over time. Your contributions to the 80% public support for last May's bond referendum and to almost 60% support for November's quarter-cent sales tax referendum. And thus you have set the stage for a 2019 during which you'll oversee 5 active school construction projects, with 2 that are currently under construction, with site development underway at the 3rd, and with ground broken on the 4th by midsummer and the 5th by early autumn. Moore County Schools children are the direct beneficiaries of the tireless work and countless hours contributed by you. Serving as a crucial link between the community and classroom, you have remained faithful to your vision to ensure that Moore County Schools' educational experiences inspire our students to reach their full potential and lead productive lives in an ever-changing world. So in the spirit of the many messages that we see posted around this room and of the very realistic caricature drawing that we see everywhere, I mean, spot on.
Spot on. It is.
I now ask members of the audience to join me in A, congratulating you on your many achievements during the past year, B, thanking you for your service and your commitment, and C, offering our continued support for your leadership in the year ahead. Everybody, let's give it up for the school board. Now, we're not going to make you all go around and shake everybody's hands, but do accept that as our gratitude, please.
And I just have to say, Dr. Grimacy, that we definitely appreciate all of this, and it's heartwarming to us. We couldn't do it without the community, and we couldn't do it without the staff, and the staff not only here in central office, but within each of the buildings that does the great work that they do each and every day. So it's quite an honor to be here and a privilege for sure. Thank you. All right, it's hard to move on. Where do we go next? Next, we have a consent agenda. No, we have the program highlight.
You have your program highlight, Madam Chair.
I'm just testing. Yes, we will go to the
Let's
program
see what that
highlight.
new vision and mission look like when characterized visually. Ms. Murphy.
So for those of you who don't know me, I am Catherine Murphy, Director for Communications for the district. Not only do I bring delight to the county's children every once in a while by calling school off for snow and other weather events, I also breathed a huge sigh of relief when I learned that that cat was stuffed. I had visions of getting a lot of phone calls. Tomorrow morning was going to be a busy day. But in addition to those responsibilities, it's my pleasure tonight to be able to unveil a long-awaited, highly anticipated new tagline and logo for Moore County Schools. Situated here. That's not it. While the old skullcap M logo and Growing to Greatness tagline has served us well, after going on 10 years in circulation, nearly 10 years in circulation, last year it became clear that it was time to bid adieu to this brand and explore new options for the district brand. However, before I unveil the new Moore County Schools brand, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we got here. The early part of last year was dedicated to the development of a new strategic plan for Moore County Schools that involved revisions to the district's mission and vision statements, as well as the establishment of 5 domains of focus for the district over the next 3 years. One of those domains is parent and community engagement. Part of that effort is to promote awareness of district goals and major initiatives through varied modes of communication. There are many ways in which we communicate the value of an organization. One way is through a tagline, and the other is through a visual element such as a logo taken together, commonly known as a brand. We are all familiar with the tagline, "Just do it," and the Nike swoosh. Taglines and logos communicate a feeling or an overall experience that distinguishes an organization from its competition in the eyes of the consumer. In the case of Moore County Schools, our consumers or customers are current and potential students, parents, staff, other community stakeholders, and the public at large. At the beginning of the development process for the new brand, we took a look at the new district vision and mission statements. We asked principals, staff, school board members to participate in a dot exercise. That means we gave each participant 3 dots and asked them to place them by the words within those 2 statements that they felt best reflect Moore County Schools. The top 3 words that were picked were inspire, engaging, and success. The words were reordered to demonstrate progression and then modified to be parallel in tense and form. So our final tagline is engage, inspire, and succeed. This now replaces the previous tagline of Growing to Greatness. The next step in the rebranding process was to develop a logo, a visual representation of the brand, and arguably a much harder process in that it requires applying abstract concepts to an organization's vision and mission. We began with 2 committees, one made up of senior staff and one made up of the school board. After several rounds of concept proposals, we sought the input of several school-based art teachers who suggested a change in district colors and a graphic element that better reflects our STEAM programs, along with our curriculum, CTE, and athletic offerings. We then narrowed the selection committee to 1 task force with representatives from the school board and senior staff, and facilitated by a locally based design consultant familiar with the community and who specializes in brand development. Among the considerations for the new logo, the committee supported a change in district colors that differentiated the district from any of our local high schools, as well as incorporated in some way the colors of last year's bond referendum and 1/4-cent sales tax campaign. The logo needed to reflect the development of the whole child, as the district's vision and mission statements aim to do. And the logo needed to consider the 4 C's of classroom instruction. Finally, the logo needed to incorporate some sort of movement or animation to demonstrate a proactive initiative at engaged teaching and learning. So to that end, it is my pleasure to unveil tonight the new Moore County Schools logo and tagline. Oops, no, sorry, I'm just taking that. So let's break this down for a moment. The light bulb represents academics, critical thinking, teaching, and engaged learning on the part of the student. The brush and the palette represents all visual and performing arts, creativity, and collaboration. The gear wheel represents STEM as well as workforce development through our CTE programs, which requires critical thinking and collaboration. And finally, the basketball represents our well-rounded athletic program offerings for both boys and girls to incorporate team building skills, collaboration, and sportsmanship. In other words, the whole child. All right, the new brand includes our primary and secondary color palette for use in our digital and print-based media. Regain. As you can see, we have the red and the yellow from the recent bond campaign, the colors that we used in the quarter sales tax. Okay, sorry.
You're doing very well, Miss Murphy.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, okay. And you can also see the change in the template for our PowerPoint presentation. Sorry. Okay, I'm getting it together. The new logo can be, this is what our website is going to look like as of later tonight and tomorrow morning. So if you'll notice, we have the red, it's a little cut off at the top, but we have the yellow and the red from the school bond colors. We incorporated the green and the light blue for the secondary background colors. And so we're going to flip the switch on that tonight. The new logo can also be used in a variety of ways. We can have a vertical demonstration of the logo, one that's on a dark background, a one-color logo, black and white, and then we also, in the lower right, we have the version that would be used on embroidery, which you all have embroidered shirts tonight that you will be getting for Board Appreciation. Yeah, that'll be nice. In addition to rolling out the website tonight, all staff tomorrow will receive an email describing how to add the new logo to their signatures, where to locate new PowerPoint presentation templates, e-letterhead, how to order new business cards if you're needing new business cards. The old CAP logo will be gradually switched out over time as new orders are placed for letterhead and that sort of thing. As you may recall, one of the considerations for the new logo was that it incorporate movement in some way. Well, I am pleased to show off a demonstration, courtesy of Laura May, of what we will be putting onto our social media accounts over the next few days.
Great.
So that is my final presentation. So I would like to thank the entire Moore County Schools Board of Education, in particular Dr. Grimacy, the entire senior staff and leadership team, Kent Eklund, Christopher Phillips, Jill Hartzell, Mary Wright, and Laura May for all of your support, feedback in this rebranding effort, and for your assistance in implementing this new brand. Special thanks to Stephanie Budd with Pine and Pixels Design, who came up with the final design and branding guide. Now I'd like to turn this over to Chair Wallen Miller for any comments or questions the board may have.
Can I just say I love it? I know that this was a hard process from the very beginning. It represents all that we have and all that we offer as a school district, and it's exciting to me to see that we cover the whole child and in what our offerings are. And this, to me, is a great vision for our future. So thank you for sticking with it. I know it was not easy. I know it was not easy to get a lot of different opinions. So I appreciate you and Dr. Grimacy for keeping us focused.
Thanks
All
for
right,
all your
other-
support.
I would just like to applaud you, Catherine, and everybody else.
Any other questions or?
Any other comments from those of you
I think
involved?
you said it all. I think you did yeah.
It's exciting, and it is good not to have the same colors as the as Union Pines. No offense to our Union Pines school, but to any of our schools that we have a different.
Well, we
set
do
of
have
colors.
gold in there as one of our secondary colors, by the way. I want to make
That's-
sure you
yeah.
understand. So.
And I'm glad it's
We're
not
proud
all
of it.
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a secondary color, but it'll be nice to have that.
Yeah. Thank you
Great,
very,
thank you.
very
Yeah.
much. Thank you. Very
great job.
exciting. All right.
It's our last time to look at that old one that she had up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it'll take a while for us to get everything
Yeah.
replaced. So
All right. Are we ready now for our consent agenda? Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. And now we have the superintendent's report.
Madam Chairman, the superintendent has nothing to add to the remarks I shared this evening. I would like to just rest with the focus that I placed on this board this evening and its own achievements.
Thank you very much. Or do we have any public address to the board?
Madam Chair, we have no one signed up for public address.
Okay. All righty then. We will move on. I know that we have seen, we don't have to formally approve the logo, but it has been asked that we do that and take a vote in open session for that. Is there any further discussion we need to have on
I
the
would say
logo?
that Ms. Murphy's presentation speaks for itself. The superintendent recommends that the Board of Education consider a motion to adopt the new district logo, tagline, and branding format as presented by the Director of Communications.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion or comments? All those in favor for adopting the logo formally and moving forward with it, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Very exciting. All right, our final item is board comments. Ms. Thompson, would you like to start with us?
I would like to start. I would just like to recognize Robbins Elementary School. I had the great opportunity to be there Friday. We had a group from Sampson County leaders that visited Robbins Innovation Academy to look at their STEM classrooms and the processes that they had. Steve Johnson, Leanne Holmes had a great agenda that was all scheduled out for the team from Sampson. Kim Bullard and her team from Robbins were just so gracious as far as hosting the event. And the classrooms, we visited second grade, Miss Ward's class, fourth grade, Miss Galloway's class, and they were just amazing. The students were energized, they were involved, they were just clicking on all the 4 C's. So it was just an exciting day. I unfortunately wasn't able to be there the whole day, but I was thankful that I was a part of that.
Thank you. Ms. Caldwell?
I just want to say thank you to everyone that has made us feel loved with all these wonderful posters and appreciation gifts. And we really would not be able to do half of this stuff without the community, without teachers, support staff, senior staff, Dr. Bob. So I want to thank you guys as well, because you guys are a team with us, and together this is why we succeed. Thank you.
Mr. Cunningham?
Same thing. The students outdid themselves this year. It's so bright, it's so cheerful, it's so supportive, and I like that it's obvious that the students did it. And one of the things I believe strongly is let's let the students do it. We help them and guide them and nudge them along, but this is fabulous. It's great.
Dr. Brown?
It's been a busy year, and it's going to be a busier next couple of years. But it's really nice that the schools and the students and the teachers appreciate our work. I have to ask, Ms. McNeil, did all of them sign here on the Sandhills Farm Life? It looks like them all, though. And the caricatures in the various areas were wonderful. Somebody did some studying on who we are.
Yes.
I've even got my turtleneck on there. Thank you so much, though. It's nice to be appreciated.
Thank everyone for everything. Appreciate it. And Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to the person who made me so slim and trim on all these posters that did the caricatures. And also, as Mr. Cunningham was saying, it's great that the students do it. We know that we got a lot of students taking exams this week, so we send our best to all of them. Hope that one day we may have calendar flexibility and they could do these exams before Christmas.
It's hard to top that. No, I would just want to reiterate my thanks to all of the students and staff that helped us feel very, very appreciated today. And again, it's not necessarily, but it sure does feel good. So thank you. And I wish you all a very happy evening and good luck for exams for all our students and for the teachers and staff that are managing all of that. I know it's not always easy. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Madam Chair,
Oh, yes.
before we adjourn, I would just like to recognize a former board member that we had years ago, Mr. Bill Garner, is here this evening. And I just wanted to recognize him. I'm sure some of you may not know him, but he's been here this evening. So just wanted to recognize
wonderful.
him.
Thank you, Mr. Garner, for coming.
There he goes.
Just drove him right out of the
Well, thank you all. It's been a very joyous start to the new year.
Did you get your motion?
I did not, so we're going to do that again. Is there a motion to adjourn?
second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Let's follow Mr. Garner out.
7-0, yeah.